सिमरन वेदव्यास है। मैं 16 साल की हूँ और मेरा जन्म दुबई में हुआ था। मैं दुबई में ही पढ़ती हूँ। Good afternoon to all present. Proud of my Hindu identity, I would like to thank Krishna for illuminating and explaining that the Hindu Dharma is not merely a faith or a religion. I would also like to heighten that Hindu identity is the identity of Dharma, that which sustained, one may also achieve moksha. It provides its followers with an entire worldview and with a rational view of reality. It is defined by the quest of science, and just as the quest for physical truth defines science. I strongly believe that the Hindu identity is strength itself, as it advocates loving of all and excluding of none, comprises of spiritual laws that govern the human existence, and is completely experience-based rather than belief-based. Hindus accept the authority of the Vedic texts, one of the unique features of the text being that it is primarily based on questions and answers. The best known record is the Rig Veda, which is the oldest text in Sanskrit, consisting of 10,028 hymns. Swami Dayanand Saraswati himself considers the Vedas to be the source of truth, totally free from error and containing all seeds of valid knowledge. Here, I want to narrate a small incident. So in the late 19th century, a professor asked his student whether it was God who created everything that exists in the universe. The student replied, yes. So the professor then asked, what about evil? Has God created evil also? The student was silent for a second. Then the student asked if he could ask the professor a question. The professor replied, yes. So the student asked, does cold exist? The professor said, yes. Don't you feel the cold? The student said, you are wrong, sir. Cold does not exist. It is merely the absence of heat. Then the student asked another question. Does darkness exist? So the professor replied, yes. The student then said, darkness does not exist. It is merely the absence of light. We study light and heat, but we do not study darkness and cold. Similarly, evil does not exist. It is just the absence of true love, belief, and faith. And that student was Swami Vivekananda. A greater portion of the human religious aspiration has always been unknown, undefined, and outside any institutionalized belief. But taking our stand in the world, while being above the world, we need to learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning, finding, and advancing the entrenched love, faith, and true belief. Today, the world population has exceeded over 7 billion people. 43% of the 7 billion people are under the age of 25 years. This generation of young people is the largest in history, and as a result, youth have a critical role to play in every aspect of life and society. In India, 65% of the population is under the age of 35 years old. And India happens to be the country that has the largest number of youth in the world. So the question is simple. How will Hindu youth project the identity of thousands of years of civilization in a positive way? The answer is simple. With immense enthusiasm, the youth are the heroes and champions of the future who will march from one corner of the earth to the other, preaching and teaching the eternal spiritual truths of our forefathers. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the great work before the youth. Each one of us has a glorious future if we dare to believe with tremendous faith in ourselves. We have to unite amongst a common set of values, concepts, and traditions, those that are the core factors of the Hindu identity. We need to strengthen the faith that eternal power is lodged within each and every soul. And we, you youth, will not only revive the whole of India, but the world. The Hindu identity will be strengthened by entering into the life of every believer in India and abroad. We shall have to work really hard to bring this about, but we must go out and scale the world through our spirituality and our philosophy. As young Hindus, we first need to learn ourselves the rich Hindu knowledge of science, literature, mathematics, culture, yoga, medicine, and so on. Then we need to make this information readily available for the rest of the community. We transpire to showcase leadership abilities of the youth. An example I'd like to quote here is that in New Zealand and Australia, the National Hindu Youth Conference have been previously organized, and these are held to discuss issues that affect the whole community, not just Hindus. So you see that members of parliament and the leaders are able to see that the Hindu youth have the ability to discuss, to debate, and to take actions on issues of importance. In the United Arab Emirates, which is where I come from, the Indians constitute the largest population, estimated to be about 45%. Out of these 45%, 25% of them are Hindus. Many Indian entrepreneurs in the United Arab Emirates have established successful enterprises. Dubai even has a Hindu temple that caters to the largest Hindu community in the United Arab Emirates. So people actually feel secure and they're able to share their personal lives and their experiences with people of their own culture. I'm the chairperson and the founder of a youth organization called Synergy, with nearly 1,000 followers and active volunteers in the UAE and India. Youth who dynamically engage and participate in raising awareness for a just, sustainable, and peaceful world. And I stand here to say that we need to start by understanding ourselves first, and then convince other people that Hindu identity respects the diversity in spiritual experience. Our whole objective should be aiming towards Vasudeva Kutumbakam. The whole universe is one family. To all present here, I wish to progressively descend the idea and inspire action by saying that we need to share our wisdom for a just, a sustainable, and a peaceful world. We need to act now. We need to share our knowledge. We need to formulate knowledge into wisdom. We need to move forward together. But above all, we need to deliver the vision. It is the young, the strong, and the healthy of sharp intellect that will reach the Lord, says the Vedas. I say this for all youth, that this is the time to decide the future while we possess the energy of youth, not when it's worn out and jaded. This is the time to work for the freshest, the untouched, and the unsmelled flowers alone are to be laid at the feet of the Lord, and such he receives. All power is within us, and the best way to work is always done for the welfare of humanity. So arise, awake, and don't stop until your goal is reached, because we need to celebrate the past, address the present, and seek blessings for the future. I recently visited the Akshardham temple, and I came across this beautiful line that I wish to share with all of you. Art is ageless, culture is borderless, and values are timeless. Let us strive towards spreading our Hindu values across all borders based on karma, dharma, and bhakti as stated in our Bhagavad Gita. We exist and cannot be ignored. Thank you.